to be able like to force her to go, and she will start fighting me. No, I'm not going. So I'm in the middle of this too. And smoking, that's something he's been doing constantly.
Okay, hold on, ma'am, that's not in the motion. So we're not here to argue. It's not in the judgment of divorce that says he can't smoke.
Yes, sir.
I'm here listen, I'm here for a show cause. You have to tell me explicitly what he did that violated the court order.
He's been smoking in the car.
Is that in the court order that he cannot smoke?
Yes, sir.
A custody battle gone off the rails. Two parents locked in a relentless courtroom war, throwing accusations, making demands, and dragging their own child into the chaos. From missed parenting time to smoking allegations and 6 marriages, this case has it all. But when the judge finally snaps, things take a turn nobody expected. Will justice be served, or is this just another toxic custody fight spiraling out of control? Buckle up, this courtroom showdown is about to get messy.
Fantastic. Good afternoon, everyone. Today's date and time set for a hearing. Not a motion to show cause. We're doing this by remote technology. The contents of this video may be the official record of a proceeding of the State of Michigan's 9th Judicial Circuit. Unauthorized duplication, distribution, alteration of said content is strictly prohibited. Today's date and time set for hearing on plaintiff's motion to show cause, claiming that the defendant failed to comply with the order dated July 10th, 2012. Minnesota, do you wish to still go forward on these allegations?
Yes.
Okay. This matter is a 7-page filing. Many of the allegations, they start in 2018, go through 2020. In fact, there's only the last 2 that occurred in 2020, allegedly occurred in 2021. Well, why did you wait so long to file a show cause?
Anytime I take Mr. Elajuz to the court, that goes just chaos with the kids, because Mr. Elajuz shared this information with the kids.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to set a hearing for stuff that happened 3 to 4 years ago. You have 2 allegations in 2021. I'll allow those to go forward. Other than that, if you have a violation of the court order, you need to file something in the courts rather than make the other side defend a day or a weekend that happened years ago. So on March 27th, 2021, you say Jean. Now, who is Jean?
My daughter, my 13 years old. And
how old is she?
13.
13. Jean found out that father had a new girlfriend when she moved in. Jean stated she didn't even know her name. The girlfriend was wearing a wedding ring. To this day, Jean doesn't know if her father is married or not. Was that the allegation from March 27th?
Correct. That's what Jean stated.
How is that a violation of the court order?
Well, if we go back I can't go back, but Mr. Elajuz has a history with marriage and divorce, and that's been affecting the kids. And he's been married 6 times since the divorce, and a few times that he did not talk to the kids about it, and it's just putting Jean into confusing situation why her dad wouldn't share this information with her, and especially the new guest that's she took over her room. It's basically not stable environment for my child, and that's been affecting.
So it's possible you may file a motion to change parenting time, but I can't hold him in contempt for having a female at his house back in March. There's nothing in the judgment of divorce that forbids that, correct?
Correct. And also, one of the things Mr. Elajuz these days is doing, he's working overtime during weekend when he should not.
Is that forbidden in the judgment of divorce?
Yes, sir. Yes, Honor.
Okay, then that's not before me today. So March 27th, I cannot hold him in contempt in any way, shape, or form for having a female at his house. If it's something that you think is detrimental to the children, there are motions that can be filed with regards to parenting time, but that's not something I can hold him in contempt for, because that is not explicitly laid out in the 2012 judgment of divorce. So I can't hold him in contempt for that. Next, on June 6, 2021, a Sunday, the most recent one, the father told Gene that he won't be able to practice his parenting time the next time, Father's Day weekend, because he is going somewhere. He did not tell her where he was going. Did he make the Father's Day weekend?
No, he did not.
Okay. So that's why you want him held in contempt, because he did not make his scheduled parenting time and it was detrimental to the children?
Yes. And I've been recommended a counseling. I feel like the only thing's gonna fix the problem, it's counseling, because my 13 years old is very confused, and a lot of things her dad will say something to her and he does it again, because that day on that weekend he should be participating in his parenting time and he did not. So, and that Friday, Mr. Alajuz texts Jean and start calling Jean and ask her, where you at? I'm coming to pick you up. And Jean freaked out over, well, you told me last time I was at your place, you're not gonna have me because you're going somewhere, Dad, and you didn't tell me where. So it's been just causing a very, very disrupting, like, even with my relationship with her, to be able like to force her to go, and she will start fighting me. No, I'm not going. So I'm in the middle of this too. And smoking, that's something he's been doing constantly.
Okay, hold on, ma'am, that's not in the motion. So we're not here to argue. It's not in the judgment of divorce that says he can't smoke.
Yes, sir.
I'm here listen, I'm here for a show cause. You have to tell me explicitly what he did that violated the court order.
He's been smoking in the car.
Is that in the court order that he cannot smoke?
Yes, sir.
Okay, is that in your motion to show cause?
That was written with one of the documents.
Let's go through them.
If general condition, Honor, if you go through the general condition.
Yep, I'm looking in your show cause where you're saying he's smoking. Do you have a date? You have numerous dates starting in 2018.
And it's constantly been going with no stop.
Okay, do you have a date?
Simply, most likely, every time he's having parenting time.
Ma'am, this is a legal proceeding. The argument of simply probably doesn't cut it. So I need to know when he smoked around the kids, even if it's constant. If it's in the judgment of divorce, that's a violation, but that's not in the show cause. I'm looking.
Oh, I
have not seen the word, ma'am, I haven't seen the word smoking in here, so we can't just bring it up today.
Just give me a minute, Honor, if
Okay.
it's, thank you.
Say she comes, but she doesn't have anything.
Seems not, Honor, I just added it in the general condition because this has been constantly every time happens, so that's why I didn't put dates.
Okay, let's see.
And I don't know how but I didn't, because it's basically constantly happening. That's why.
Father smokes cigarettes and vapes in the house. Okay. Let me check in 2012.
Actually, 2011, sir. Honor.
The judgment of divorce from. What date do you got, Carly? Get 7-day order. 2011. Holy moly. Okay. 1 second. 8-3. 5. Neither party shall smoke in the home or car in the presence of the minor children. Ma'am, are you saying this happens in the presence of the minor children?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Antilla, there's 2 issues before us. Did he say to the child he was going to miss Father's Day and missed Father's Day? And about smoking in the house?
Well, as far as Father's Day is concerned, no, Your Honor, my client was forbid to have the child on Father's Day, and I believe we have texting that will show that. So no, we do not agree that the plaintiff is correct on that. Regarding the smoking, we don't believe that the allegation that she has just discussed actually occurred. No, my client was a smoker years ago. He has not been a smoker, but I guess technically if she claims he smoked, we can have a matter of proof on that, but we deny that that occurred. I could address some of the other stuff, but I think the court dealt with that.
Okay. Well,
Jean would not lie.
the allegation, pardon me, ma'am?
Jean, my child wouldn't lie to me to say that.
Yeah, that's okay. So is there any way to prove this other than Jean testifying?
No.
Okay, so do you think it's beneficial to have Jean testify about smoking?
I do not want to put my child in the middle of this. She has enough.
Okay.
It's been enough.
Mr. Antilla, your client has said this has not happened. Let me be clear. It better not happen from this day forward. Am I clear?
Very clear, Your Honor.
Smoking and vaping is not appropriate in the home, and that's in the court order. So it will not happen, but I'm not going to put a 13-year-old on the stand to deal with a smoking issue. However, she does make allegations that Father's Day was missed, and he told the daughter about that in advance, and your side claims that he was forbidden to see the child on Father's Day. So we will set that for a hearing. I'll add it to the one hearing, but that's the only issue I'm going forward on. I'm not going to go through 2018 through 2020 allegations. So we'll set the issue with regards to what happened to Father's Day for, what is the next hearing date? September 7th. September 17th, we'll add it to that existing one. Anything further, Ms. Alouche?
The father constantly bad-mouthing me. And
Okay.
another thing here, he's not allowed to bring any homework with her when she has schoolwork.
Who are you going to have testify to that?
This is something my daughter shared with me, and I documented all this. I cannot put my child in the middle of this again.
Then I cannot go forward on the allegations where the only evidence is the child if you're telling me today you are refusing to have the child testify. Which is probably the right thing to do, but when I'm not going to set it for a hearing on issues that the only witness is the child, but you won't allow the child to testify. The rules of evidence apply, the rules of procedure apply, and he has a right to have legally admissible evidence presented against him.
How about having a counselor and the counselor will be working with Jean and her father, and then we will have the counselor to testify? Is that possible?
Well, you have to file a motion for that. It's not a show cause vehicle. You probably need an attorney if you're going to file all these motions. So I'll set the issue of Father's Day, but if there's no one to testify other than the child, it's going to be a short hearing, but I'll set it on the 17th with the other hearing. Anything further?
Your Honor, I guess I'm looking for guidance from the court. We did not, we discussed at a prior hearing in front of the court that parenting time, including the time that we've just discussed on Father's Day, didn't occur. And we indicated we could file a show cause. We had not filed a show cause, but this is getting to be very frustrating for me and my client. If I were to file a show cause on denied parenting time, including that Father's Day, would we just set that for the same hearing date? Because I kind of feel like I need to do that for my client at this point, because frankly, our position has been that she has denied parenting time for all the reasons in her motion that the court went through with her and various others. She has denied parenting time because we haven't agreed willingly to a lot of her demands. And does the court, if we have to file, does the court want to schedule it on that date, or what would the court do? Because I'm trying to do judicial economy here if we proceed on something.
If there was a show cause about missed parenting time. I'm not going back through 2018 to 2020. I would set it on September 17th if it's filed soon.
Okay.
At the end of the day, I have two parents that really dislike each other, and I'm going to reserve on attorney fees, and I'm going to look at civil and criminal contempt in the future because I can't tell who's telling me the truth, but you two don't get along, and we have a 13-year-old wanting to be a kid, so I prefer she not be dragged into all this, but any motion that's filed in the next week or so that has to do with show cause, on Father's Day, I'm just going to set it for September 17th. But
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Antilla, if you don't have evidence that she denied it, and it's a he said, she said, nobody's getting makeup time, and it's just a waste of time.
Oh,
I'm
agreed,
looking
Your
at,
Honor.
I will also consider on September 17th putting the Our Family Wizard in place. That way we can document all communications between the parties.
Hunter, how about providing text message between the child and her father? Screenshot copy.
Well, there's ways to maybe do that, but that's a legal issue and I can't give legal advice.
Okay, sure. And how about when Mr. Alajou is refusing to to participate in his parenting time, and he wouldn't even show up, and he wouldn't give me reasonable reason why he doesn't participate in his parenting time.
If one party is not following my court orders, that is contemptible. And if I find out a parent is not taking the time to spend time with their child, then maybe the parenting time needs to be changed. But I have to have a motion for those.
Okay.
Anything else, Mr. Antilla?
No, Your Honor, I think you covered it.
We're going to need exhibit lists and witness lists exchanged 7 days before the hearing. Any exhibits to be presented to the court within 7 days of the hearing. Any objection to 7 days, Mr. Antilla?
Absolutely none, Your Honor.
Any objection, Ms. Alouche?
No.
Okay, and that'll be the order of the court, and we'll see you folks by Zoom on the 17th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All prior orders remain in effect. We will be adjourned.